All right, artists, today we are going to make a patterned painted paper that we will use to turn our paper plates into some flowers. These will end up being the petals for our flowers. First thing we're going to do, as always, is put our name on our paper and our class code. So 1 and then the first letter of your teacher's name. After I've written my name, I'm going to flip my paper over. I will see that there's a line dividing my paper into 2 sections. On each of those sections, I'm going to do a little bit of drawing before we paint. So I'm going to think of some sort of color or line pattern to draw across my paper. It can be simple, like these different types of lines I'm doing here, or you can make it a little bit more complicated with some shapes, like hearts or stars, circles, triangles, anything like that. So I'm going to do a color pattern on one side, and then I'm going to do a pattern on the other. When you're all done with your pattern, we're going to be ready to paint. All right, so on your paint tray today, we'll be using the same paints that we did yesterday. Remember, we had to add a lot of water to these. You will see that we have the same colors, but we're going to learn some new words to describe these colors. We have the warm colors, which are red, orange, and yellow. And then we have the cool colors, which are blue, purple, and green. Today when you're painting, you'll be painting the warm colors on half of your paper, and you'll be painting the cool colors on the other half. So red, orange, and yellow on half, blue, green, and purple on the other half. Just like last time we painted with these paints, I'm going to start by just dipping my brush in the water and adding some water onto each of our colors of paint. They should have a little bit of water on them still, but you can go ahead and add some more. I'm going to start with the warm colors. So I'm going to rinse my brush and then add a little bit more water to the red before I swirl, 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 swirl. And then I'm ready to paint on my paper. You'll notice that the crayon kind of pushes away our paint in some areas of our paper. The paint might also kind of hide your crayon in other areas. If it hides your crayon, that's okay. Now when I'm painting with my warm colors, I'm just doing it on half of my paper. So I'm going to rinse my brush before I move to my next color, my orange this time, and then I'm going to keep painting on this half. You'll notice that the colors kind of mix and blend together. If I want them to mix even more, I could get a tiny drop of water and then blend those 2 colors by making them overlap. All right, I've got one more warm color to add to this side, so I'm going to add a little bit more water and then mix in some of my yellow as well. You can do all the warm colors or just one, it's really up to you, but you'll do warm colors on one side and then the cool on the other half.